People from Lagos to London, from London to Accra, Ghana, and every corner where you listen to us today. This now your one-stop plug for all the basbos, all the political pepper soup where you never chop, everything where they happen, all the stories, both internationally and locally, where you don't miss. Now for this platform, where we go gist to everything all sum together, called Sum Up Together. This na round the clock news where we know they sleep because all the hot gist and headlines know the rest. They break out every now and then, and we sit down for here. They give you all the gist as they happen. As you dey sit down like this, plug your phone with charger near to you so that you fit get all the gist, and share this live broadcast so that your neighbor sef fit dey catch the gist wey we carry come. Because all the gist wey we carry come, all of them na wetin you suppose sit down tight make you for listen to them, because one gist where you miss, you fit change your perspective about wetin really happen on top that news where you dey hear. We go give you all the news as it take happen for on top line or social media as we dey call am. Some people dey call am line or internet. Like this, I will start with some entertainment news story on this round the clock news. This one is coming hot from social media. They call am Instagram, as one of our comedians don't bust out, come dey shout. It's a betrayal to Igbo culture. Comedian D1, I talk that one, blasting Cubana chief priest over kneeling down before the vice president of Nigeria in Abuja. This one they happen because Cubana chief priest visited the vice president of Nigeria recently with his friend Davido, and on top of that one, we can see say Cubana chief priest was kneeling down. According to the story, popular Nigerian comedian and social media commentator D1 has stirred online conversation after publicly criticizing billionaire businessman and nightlife promoter Cubana chief priest for kneeling before the vice president of Nigeria in Abuja recently, as it appears in public domain. Oh, this one they come hot. If you never hear this gist, I'm sure you can go just settle down now. Make give you the gist as it happen. In a strong worded post shared on his verified Instagram page, D1 slammed the gesture, calling sorry. It be like say me say my eye they see double on top here, waiting I they see. So in a strongly worded post shared on his verified Instagram page, D1 slammed the gesture, calling it a disgrace to Igbo pride and a betrayal to the heritage of the Southeast. The comedian accused the celebrity barman of compromising the dignity of the Igbo people in a bid to curry his political favor. This one they hot. This one a D1. Everybody with this social media know who they call D1. D1 a comedian, also has become one of our hot social media commentator. The now viral video shows Cubana chief priest, real name Pascal Chibuike Okechukwu. Sorry, I don't know why I always pronounce this name wrong, but I'm not Igbo. But at the same time, I suppose know the real pronunciation of this name. Greeting Vice President Kashim in Abuja at a high-profile event in Abuja, where he was seen briefly going on his knees while smiling and exchanging pleasantries, though many view the act as a sign of respect. At the same time, many people think it is a disrespect to the Igbo culture. He has clearly struck a nerve within certain segments of the Nigerian public. There have since been mixed reaction online, as social media has since erupted with divided opinions, while some users praises chief priest for showing humility before the nation's leader, second in command leader, regardless of ethnic divide, and others have sided with D1, accusing the socialite of undermining Igbo culture and values by selling out. An ex-user, formerly Twitter, wrote, he said, "Why should an Igbo man kneel before any political favor or figure? Why should an Igbo man kneel down before a northerner, whether political figure or not? This is not our way. D1 is right. I support him on this one. We must protect our identity as Igbos." This one is coming from Twitter. I tell you as it hot. This one are from Instagram. to Twitter altogether, mixed together. They call them social media. Another user on X, which is Twitter, formerly Twitter, he wrote this one, accounting for his own comment. He said, respecting the vice president of Nigeria should not be a tribal issue. D1 is just chasing clout. Chief priest show class and diplomacy. Of course, this is his own opinion. This one said, cultural value versus what? Versus political identity should not always clash in Nigeria. Why? Why? This one is coming from Twitter as well. D1's comment has reignited debate about the tension between cultural identity and political expression in Nigeria's diverse society. Critics has argued that public figures should be more mindful of their action and the message they send across bit, especially in the climate where ethnic pride and political loyalty are often colliding. Cubana Chief Priest has yet to respond to the criticism, but those who are close to him suggest that that act was a spontaneous show of courtesy, not a political statement. Another one wrote on a comment section, he said, as Nigeria continues to navigate the complexity of nationhood, the debate over gestures such as these, seemingly small but yet symbolically powerful, reflect deeper issues around identity, representation, and the interaction of culture with power. Whether D1 is rebuking chief priest or not, this has sparked meaningful dialogue or remained a moment of online outrage to the Nigerian people, whether he is correct or not. This is one of the news we have on Entertainment Beat. Going on and moving forward with our entertainment news. Here is another hot one coming from our social media space. Shanks and Enzo hailed for boldness and digital hustle. This is another news. Shanks and Enzo hailed for boldness and digital hustle, turning talent into gold mine in a failing state. Lagos, Nigeria. This is coming from Lagos, Nigeria. In an era where many young Nigerians are overwhelmed by economic hardship, political instability, and limited opportunities, social media influencers and content creators like Shanks and Enzo are being praised for their sheer tenacity and bold self-confidence. Both Shanks and Enzo have risen to national prominence not through political connections or traditional career paths, but through their audacity to believe in their talent, and most importantly, through their strategic use of the internet. Of course, Nigeria are using the internet to their own advantage. It's the same thing we are doing everywhere. These are some of the few among many Nigerian youth who have harnessed the digital space to build profitable personal brands. They are fast becoming poster boys for the new generation of resilient Nigerian youth. Of course, if you know Nigeria, you know Nigerians are resilient. Nigeria are bold and very confident people. They didn't wait for someone have commented on this. This is coming from X, Twitter. He said, this person wrote, they didn't wait for the system to work for them. They walked around the system. This is impeccable. They walked around the system. This is impeccable, said a media analyst, Ayo Adebanjo. Shanks and Enzo are the living proof that despite Nigeria is dysfunctional, young people can still find gold in a mud such as shithole Nigeria if they dig smartly and digitally. Oh yes, I agree with you. There is confidence in chaos. That is Nigeria for use. We call chaotic young people without dreams or aspiration confident when they carry around what we don't know as confidence. Internet is just a place where we say crap for real originality of Nigeria. What is the originality in these young people you are talking about? This is coming from another confident Nigeria. He calls Shanks and Enzo's confidence chaos. Yeah, Known for their virus kit, witty commentary, and fearless creativity, Shanks and Enzo have built massive following on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. What stands out about them is not just their humor, but the raw confidence with which they deliver their content, even when it touches on sensitive societal issues. I'm sorry, I am actually double seeing my screen right here. Moving on, a recent interview both in a recent interview, both creators emphasized that their journey wasn't smooth. Shang spoke openly about rejection, self-doubt, and the early days when he struggled to get noticed. Enzo, on the other hand, admitted that he was laughed at by peers who thought content creation was a waste of time. We believe in ourselves before the world believes in us, Enzo recently said. Now, confidence feed us before algorithm below us. All right, coming from here. My dear Nigeria. Anyway, let me not get carried away by all of this. I'm going to go on to give you some of the most incredible gist that we have here. Another story breaking out is coming from our own dear Zubi Michael. Actor Godwin Inadikwe suffers internal bleeding after onset incident involving Zubi Michael. Nollywood actor Godwin Madueke has come forward with a shocking revelation about an incident on a movie set involving fellow actor and industry heavyweight Zubi Michael. According to Nnabikwe, my dear, I'm so sorry, I'm not Igbo, I cannot pronounce this name very correctly or accurately, but I'm going to go on to just give you the news. He suffered internal bleeding after being kicked during a fight scene that went dangerously wrong while filming. I don't know if Zubi Michael was intentionally hitting the guy or not, but that is how it happened. The incident reportedly occurred on the set of a yet-to-be-released action drama. Action in Nigerian film, I don't know what that means, where both actors were playing lead roles. While Nollywood fans are familiar with the high octane energy Zubi Michael brings to his role, Nadiekwe claims that what was supposed to be a choreographed scene turned into an unexpected violence. I could properly breathe, he recounted his ordeal. In a video posted on his Instagram page and later circulated across multiple entertainment blogs, the actor detailed the traumatic moment he went through. He explained that during the filming of a scene that involves physical confrontation with Zubi Michael kicking him in the abdomen with unexpected force, it was meant to be an acted fight, but Zubi didn't pull back his strength. He said, that's the actor where they hit to. So, according to him, he kicked me so hard in the stomach that I lost my breath. I swear. At first, I thought it was just the impact, but later that evening, I began to feel seriously pain inside. This one, what they call hazard at work. Okay, the actor Nadiekwe was reportedly rushed to a nearby hospital where doctors confirmed he was suffering from internal bleeding. The actor underwent medical treatment and was placed under close observation for several days. I couldn't eat or breathe properly for days. Sorry. The doctor said if I had delayed any longer, it could have been fatal. I swear. Now here for around here says Zubi Michael don't kick somebody on set and the person don't kaput. But by the grace of God, this one don't survive on. Zubi Michael's silent amid backlash has also raised questions over his overzealous way of acting. This is coming from X. I told you X is always coming up with so many arrogant, I'll call it arrogant comment. As of the time of this report, Zubby Michael has not publicly responded to the allegations. The actor, known for his intense acting style and dominance in Nollywood acting gene, has faced criticism online, with many fans and followers calling for greater caution and professionalism on film set. Okay, and another one said entertainment commentators have weighed in, rooting and noting that Nollywood frequent use of unscripted or poorly choreographed stunts may be putting actors at serious risk. This isn't the first time an actor has been injured on set, said Emeka Onoha, a Nollywood producer. We need better safety protocol. Directors must ensure that scenes involving violence are properly rehearsed and supervised. Fans and colleagues react, saying the incident has sparked a wave of concern across social media platforms. Fans have expressed sympathy for the actor who sustained the injury, while others urge the industry to hold actors accountable for negligence, even when unintentional. All right, I'm going to give you some clues into what happens in the entertainment scene today. Some of these are actually very light-headed stories, but I will still touch them anyway because that is why I'm sitting down here. Thank you if you are just joining me. This is Round the Clock News. My name is Zandes Boss, and I'm giving you headlines as they are ticking and timing and ticking from social media. You don't need to scroll around social media looking for something to entertain yourself all the time, especially when you don't get data like that. You just join us for this live stream. We'll give you what they call all together, or we call it Round the Clock News. We gather every info where they happen for social media, from Twitter to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Anywhere it happen, we'll just gist you here. Another one coming from entertainment says, Dixon Oroha African Cultural Foundation launches its first Buffalo set to unveil what is called Africa Cultural Foundation, aiming to promote African heritage and support emerging artists. That one now art. Another one says Ejo Timothy returns with new single after a 5-year I think he went on 5-year silence. Nigerian journalist and media entrepreneur Ejo Timothy, known as Timothy, has released a new single titled Perfect Guest, making his return to the music scene. I don't know who this person is, but apparently he's making the news. In politics today, from Politics Table, I tell you, they're giving out all the gist across bits. There's nothing left out. We give you from politics to entertainment, socialite, and everything all together. We hear this one. If you never hear this gist, maybe not in full, but in part, it said Bishop Coker criticized political practice in Rome. In Rome, that one, it come from Catholic Church, I believe so. Bishop Matthew Coker compared the elections of Pope Leo to Nigerian politics. I swear, I swear. This one, I did tell you, he compared the elections that happens in Rome to the elections that happens in Nigeria, criticizing what he described as snatch and run tactics, and suggest Africa to focus on achievements like winning the World Cup. Okay, that is coming from David Coker. Another one is from politics, of course. Peter Obi addresses political slander. Peter Obi, the former Labour Party presidential candidate. I don't know how former that is because I believe Peter Obi will be running for the next general presidential election come 2027. So, okay. So Peter Obi has responded to political slander, aiming to set the record straight amid ongoing political discourse. APC, these are all headlines. I'll give you full details in a bit. APC chieftain praises Tinubu's policies. Chief Hyacinth Ngwu, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC, has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for implementing a game-changing policies in governance. I swear. So we're going to get into the full details of all of this in a bit, so we can get the entire story about what is actually going on this story that we just give you the headlines. So if you're just joining, this is Round the Clock News on your number one Facebook radio. This is supposed to be a radio station, not just a Facebook live station. But if you're just joining me live, please make sure you are here for the first time. Oh, my dear, someone is already here the first time ever. Thank you if you're just joining, because like this, I will be giving you are shake if you're just joining, but you miss our early morning groove where we groove with everybody, because as we did here like this, we not dey do anything other than to jollificate together. So this is the full story on Bishop Coker, Pope Leo's election, not like Tinubu's snatch and run political scene in Nigeria. We all know who Bishop Coker is. Bishop Matthew Hassan Coker of Sokoto Diocese has doubted the possibility of having a pope from Africa, saying the election process is not a rotational system based on region and the outcome is unpredictable, unlike in Nigeria politics. Mr. Coker said in an interview with Channels Television that Africa has a long way to go to produce a pope, because the pope's election is unlike President Bola Tinubu's Emilokan politics. Emilokan. Okay, those of you who know wetin be Emilokan, and I go know wetin they talk about for that one. Asked to share his views on calls from some quarters of the elections of the Catholic Church of African descent. Mr. Coker said, "As you know, electing a pope is not like that. It is not an Emilokan scenario in which you say these people have their turn. Now it is our turn. No, it doesn't work like that." Emilokan, a Yoruba phrase meaning it is my turn, become a popular slogan in the Nigerian political palace in 2022 when Mr. Tinubu declared it was his turn to lead the most populous African nation in Nigeria. All right, they clearly said that unlike other elections worldwide where candidates are allowed to seek vote or put out a manifesto, the cardinal who elect a new pope are unfamiliar with one another. Every Catholic and every Christian believes that it is the Holy Spirit that does this, because 133 people go in with name tags because everybody doesn't know everybody. That is how he described the way elections are carried out in Rome at the Cardinal House. All right, moving on. We are going deep into what we just reported about Peter Obi. Yeah, Peter Obi. You all know who Peter Obi is. In a storming terrain of Nigerian politics, where lies travel faster than truth and slander often overshadow substance, former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi continues to confound the political class with his unflinching calm, transparency, and clarity of purpose. I swear, this na grammar. His recent post on X, formerly Twitter, addresses a web of blackmail and malicious falsehood. Falsehood was not only a dignified response but also a devastating blow to the merchants of misinformation who thrive in the shadows of Nigeria's chaotic media space. In a political environment where many chose silence or counter-attack, Obi chose truth. And in doing so, he has set a new benchmark for how leaders should be held responsible or respond to smear campaigns. The former Anambra State governor, in his charismatically humble yet firm tone, made it clear that his recent spiritual trip to Rome, a visit centered on religious solemnity, had been twisted by professional blackmailers into a scandalous fiction. A lie was concocted that he had gone to Rome to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a secret meeting regarding all alleged 225 billion naira debt crisis involving Fidelity Bank. According to this propagandist, Obi supposedly went to Joby to lobby over the matter because he owned the bank. I swear, these claims were not just wild, they were insulting to the intelligence of, dis, of discerning Nigerians. Obi's rebuted, okay, sorry, it be like say I will go school back home, I go learn how to read well. Obi's rebuttal was not laced with threats or empty political rhetorics. Instead, he laid down facts with grace. He clarified why he was indeed at the Vatican, it was for the laying in state and inauguration of Mass of Pope Francis. He noted that the only contact he had with President Tinubu was a mere 1-minute exchange of pleasantries, and that was it. And after which, that was it at St. Peter's Basilica, as a matter of protocol and respect, not politics. Of course, my brother, my sister, this na full story inside that one. Going back to wetin dey shele on other news, bandits wey you know have attacked in northeastern Nigeria. Dozens of people were reportedly killed. Today is the 25th of May 2025, and this one happened today. Probably it happened yesterday. So dozens of people were reportedly killed in 2 suspected attacks by armed gangs in northeast Nigeria, highlighting ongoing security challenges in the region. Of course, these have actually highlighted why those area and region in Nigeria are still very, very unsecure. Police rescue kidnapped victims in Niger State. Police have kidnapped victims in Niger State. The police have successfully rescued 4 individuals who were kidnapped in Niger State, as confirmed by the state in Niger State. The police command confirmed this yesterday when contacted about the issue. On another story coming from other news, CBN launches non-resident BVN platform. Non-resident BVN platform. The Central Bank of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System, has launched the non-resident bank verification number platform to enhance global remittance. Of course, this will go a long way. Igbo leaders decry marginalization. Igbo leaders have expressed concern that Nigeria continues to treat the Igbo people as vassal and decades after the Civil War, calling for structural change. These are all headlines from other news. A Nigerian student fakes exam setback. Of course, a group of 47 Nigerians medical students evacuated from Sudan are facing challenges registering for the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria exams due to missing visas. NIMET predicts weather patterns. Of course, this is just part of one of the news from our other news stories. Nigerian Meteorology Agency forecasts a 3-day period of sunshine and cloudiness across the country. We are going to move on to other international affairs as it is. We're not staying only locally. Thank you for joining us on this station. We give you all the briefing you need to brief on every hour on Round the Clock News with your boy Xander's Boss. On international affairs, U.S. Houthi ceasefire announced on May 6. It was announced a ceasefire between the United States and Yemen with Houthi rebels took effect, ending a ceasefire of the U.S.-led airstrike in Yemen today, being the 25th of May 2025. Russia has launched a massive attack on Ukraine yet again. Russia drones and missiles bombard cities across Ukraine, resulting in multiple casualties, including children, and attacks occurred despite ongoing prison exchange between the two nations. Okay, I'm going to move on to other top stories as we see it happening on social media. But before that, I'm going to tell you, if you're just joining this station, that this station is here to give you some very relevant gist as it happen on social media and other platforms. This was a 30 minutes round the clock news, and with that, we come to the end of our brief round the clock news. We'll be moving on into other matters as they arise on social media and other platforms, keeping you all hot gist and giving you all the gist that you need to know from all around the social media platforms that you have on your tab, whether from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or any other platform where you get your gist from, especially Twitter, where you can get every hot gist. We'll always keep you informed as things unfold. As we're going on this break, we'll come back with many gists and many stories. Thank you for staying tuned with us. May God bless you as you watch this station, and stay tuned so we can give you more story. My name is Xander's Boss, and this was Round the Clock News.